football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. The Ducks will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get first crack at it today. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Bruins are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one, will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Allen. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, in the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Catch in the middle, it's Babers. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Spins away from the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've got a first down here to open the period. Using his legs, it's Parker. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. Got a man. It's Parker. Still on his feet at the 45. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Working that left side now. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the ground.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. They completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Makes the grab. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bruins!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going on, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to take the top off. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And right down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to set the tone with the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Bruins come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Balls and fired complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the timing just a hair off.
I this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the ground, he's got it again. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. A strike downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman. You think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. DB's right up on the receivers. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Alley.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throwing.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the ground with the back. Oh, better look out! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stopped.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whitehead. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Going to swing it on second down. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Pressure coming. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Bruins have their offense in high gear. Going to look downfield again. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, UCLA! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Back open in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Alabama has just had no answer to this hellacious beatdown they're taking today. I mean, when's the last time this happened to this program? They're trailing by 24 to Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jesse.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look back.